It's always kind of cool when your work comes back, like 5 years later, and you look back in there and say, hey, I'm proud of what I did. And I am. So this is another silver-faced twin reverb. This is getting obscene with these things. Absolutely obscene. This is a 74. Well, it's nice to break out of the mold of all the 72s that have been coming through the shop. This is the 8th twin reverb, actually the 7th silver face, and I had a black face come in that started off that run within 2 months. I don't know what the deal is. It's just twin reverb season, but here we are. So the owner, cool cat working in the local aerospace industry, decided to change out his worn old power tubes. And they were quite old and worn when I serviced the sample about 4 years ago, but we just wanted to keep running them, so it was time. So he popped in some new production TAD tubes, which are quality. And as it usually goes, you find that you run out of available bias current to get these warm enough. So I've never had a tube change go the opposite direction where I needed to change the bias range resistor to accommodate a cooler setting. It's always that the older American stock tubes from the 70s and 60s and beyond going in that direction are always a bit warmer. That's just been my experience over the last, it's embarrassing how long I've been doing this. But I haven't seen everything, that's for sure. So David, let's find out why she is now running about, I would say 20 volts cooler at the rectifier than it was last time. And then we'll get her biased up and balanced up, and we'll do a little checkup there. All right, talk to you soon, buddy. All right, David, we're back, buddy. So you technically, with a little bit of RF noise from my phone, pardon that. You're technically in, let me get this master down. You're technically in good shape. You're within 10% of the named voltages on the schematic. We are simulating 120 wall volts. Got you biased up to 65% max plate dissipation on your Tube Amp Doctor 6L6 GCs. Some of my favorite modern production tubes, by the way. Let's see. Everything else is good to go. You do have a little bit of microphony. Let's get I finally found something to do with old Randy back there. He can just kind of observe things, you know. Let's get a chopstick. So have a listen. So your reverb recovery tube is highly microphonic. Let's see. I'll go ahead and flip her over, and we'll do a more detailed assessment of your preamp section here. So stand by. All right, David, and we're back. I like this camera angle. Oh, Spielberg. All right. So you have a mishmash of original tubes. Some old Sylvanias. You have some old RCAs, some GEs. Very cool. What's not cool is that some of these have aged out of spec. So listen. Your normal channel's preamp tube is highly microphonic. Your effects channel is fine, although, let me pull this out to take it out of the equation. So we're gonna have to clean those sockets and then have a look. Focus, come on. Touch this thing to focus. Maybe scrub these pins. So, yeah, this guy's good to go. This is your reverb driver. Your recovery 12AX7 here needs to go. And everybody else is good to go. We'll see how the trim responds. Sorry about that. So you need a new tube in V1 and V5, or V4 rather. I'll go ahead and see how well she's oscillating with this guy. Maybe, actually, maybe I'll swap this over here and see if there's less noise. All you need some good gain for this vibrato to kick over, start oscillating. Doesn't matter if it's noisy or not, to a certain degree, but I'll swap them around and see if it helps or hinders. Otherwise, I would recommend 2 new 12AX7s. I could do that for you at cost, or if you have some on hand, you just swap them out yourself. And I will update you soon. Bye. Here we are, after a socket clean and light retention and tube swap. Good to go, Dave. Come and get her. Get this heavy beast out of here. All right, David, having burned her in for 2 hours, running a sine wave through it, we're ready to go. Little background noise because this item is considered a device under test. It is running through a ground isolated variable AC unit. So there's going to be a little bit of background noise. She's rocking. She will rattle your teeth out. Let's have some fun with a square wave. Let's have a little fun with a square wave. And you get those cool 8-bit video game sounds. Nice. I like it. There we go. I like to run a 400 hertz square wave through this thing to help instigate some instability issues, of which there are none. Plus, it gives you a great amount of nice audible feedback to see what your tone controls are doing. Treble. Middle. Nice. Bass. All right, DJ. Woo! That's it. That's a wrap, guys. Thanks for sticking around through an exceedingly dark time in life. It's not over yet, but soon. Well, it's never really over. It's just this chapter. I'm gonna be going back home for the proper funeral. And we'll have some closure at least. And then, you know, you just deal with the aftermath like everybody else, huh? But I hope this finds you well, you guys. You and yours. I'm gonna talk to you soon. Bye-bye.